So the next thing I want to show you is the Project Explorer tree and how to change a few of the project properties from within the Visual Basic Editor. To do this, we're going to open up the Visual Basic Editor first. We'll do this using the Alt and F11 shortcut key. And when we open up the Visual Basic Editor, on the left here is what we call the Project Explorer. We can change the size of this just by holding the mouse and dragging so we can see more or less of it. And in short, what this shows is all of the places where you can put some Visual Basic code within your project. We can see at the moment it's grouped according to folders, and there are folders for Microsoft Excel objects, there are folders for forms, for modules, and for class modules, and these are just each of the components that I've added to the spreadsheet already. If we want to change this so that we don't see folders and we just see the underlying objects and code containers, we just click on this Toggle Folders button here. I prefer to have the folders visible, makes it a little easier to find your way around and to navigate, so we'll leave that checked for now. If the Project Explorer is not visible, so let's get rid of that now, we can go to the View menu at the top, and we go down to Project Explorer here, click on that button, and it should become visible. By default, I think it is visible, and I tend to leave it visible and just sitting on the left-hand side here. So the various places where we can put code include individual worksheets. So if we double click on that worksheet, we'll see there's some code in a code module for that worksheet. We'll talk about how that works a little later. At the moment, the code in here is we're sitting inside the worksheet calculate event. There's a special worksheet called this workbook, and that contains the events for things like when the workbook opens, and there are certain properties that we use this for which are quite important. Another place we can put code is inside user forms. Now if we double click on a user form, it will show you the design view, which shows you what the user form looks like to a user. And what we can do is we can right click on that and click on view code, or we can click on it and click on the view code button at the top to actually see the code behind that user form. Another place we can put code is in individual code modules, and for most of the time throughout this course, this is where we will actually be putting the code that we write. In addition, we have these class modules, and class modules are special types of code modules where you put code related to a specific class, which is then used to create an object. The last thing I want to show you is how to change the name of your project by using the Project Properties pop-up box. So if we click on the project at the top, and then we right click and go to Inheritance Project Properties, we get a pop-up box. In this pop-up box, we can change a number of things about the project in general, and these include the project name, the project description. We can lock the project for viewing and specify a password so that it's password protected as well. We're not going to do any of those things now. One thing I would advise whenever you create a project and whenever you're adding some code to a project is to change the project name so that it's not the default VBA project. The reason for this is often you will have multiple spreadsheets open. You might have some Excel add-ins or a number of different spreadsheets, and if they're all named the default VBA project, then it'll be a little more difficult to navigate and to find your way around. It also looks a little more professional if you change the project name to something a bit more meaningful, and that's what I've done here just by typing in a project name that makes sense and gives some information to anybody who's actually reading the code. Let's click on OK for now, and then we're just going to close down the Visual Basic Editor and we're back to our spreadsheet.